What is up, Canes fans? This is Cover 2. That is Christy. I am Josh. Happy holidays to all. Man, the Canes are getting close. Knocking on the door, waiting to break through. One thing that did break through, the offense this week, and it was great to see Tyler returning to Tyler-esque form. A ton of admiration and respect for the quarterback, someone that we know personally off the field as well as what everyone sees on the field. But if you want to know how the team felt inside that locker room after the game, Christy, player after player, coach after coach, right to his locker, shaking his hand, congratulations, bounce back, proud, respect. Yes, they fell short, but even Tyler mentioned this week, he felt like the Tyler he is accustomed to.
Yeah, and I think that says so much about how he has handled a season where he's had some ups and downs. He's faced some adversity. He's faced some injury issues. Obviously, we know what happened ahead of the Florida State game, the decision to go with Emory in that game. And he just has responded the way you would expect a veteran leader to respond to some of those challenges. And again, to be able to go out there, throw for 300 yards and a touchdown, didn't turn the ball over, protected the ball, had Miami in that instance late, a late pass to Xavier Restrepo could have tied the game, could have given them the opportunity to potentially win it if they go for two on a Hail Mary. We'll never know. But, the way he carried himself and handled himself, I thought that was huge for him. I thought it was huge for the program. Again, mentioned Restrepo. Xavier had a career high day. Mark Fletcher with another career high day. So that's something now that hopefully they can continue to take and build on as we get ready to close out the regular season here in Boston College and perhaps, in the bowl game beyond that.
So Boston College is next.
Yes. How
important is it for Miami, the team, the program, the players, the staff, all of it, to carry that momentum and come away with a win?
I mean, you always want to finish the season on a good note, right? However things have gone up to that point, you want to walk off the last game of the regular season feeling good about your team, feeling good about yourself, feeling good about your chances going into a bowl game that we did not see Miami participate in last year, but they will be in one this year. So there's a lot on the line in terms of that. Finishing on a good note, it's a chance for guys to make an impression. All ACC voting is coming up, major awards like the Groza, which Andy Borregales is in the running for. This is their chance to kind of make another good impression in that sense too, for some of those moments and things that, again, help set the tone for the team moving forward.
As someone told me, sometimes you have to learn how to win. Winning is also contagious. It has to become part of your fabric and your DNA. So I'll take a win any day of the week to finish the season. Now, speaking of feeling good, yes, it is that time of year. And Christy and I have the good fortune of getting to know our players a little more personally than most. And I think we each, as parents, right, yes, have sometimes a slightly different lens as how we look at things. A lot of great pride that we share in what our athletes do, not only on the field, but as importantly, how they give back to the community that gives back to them. And once again, this team had a chance to showcase that this week.
Yeah, they each year, and this is the third annual, so we can say annual now, it's the third time they've done it. They bring in some very special foster and adoptive families from across Miami-Dade County, and they give them a Thanksgiving meal to share, and they spend some time with the young ones playing football. They're playing cornhole, coloring, decorating. But what's really neat about this event in particular is, yes, they're helping these incredible families, but it's very hands-on. The players don't just show up and deliver the meals. They started the day at Publix, buying groceries, seeing what it takes for a family to create a Thanksgiving meal. Because, a lot of times they eat those meals. They don't make them. So it was really interesting to see them wandering the aisles. Frankie Tinalau is from Australia. He's never had an American Thanksgiving. So he's like, what's cranberry? And do I get cranberries or do I get cranberry sauce? So it was really interesting to see them figure that part out, do the shopping. Then they come back to campus. They build the meal boxes with some additional foods that are delivered and sponsored by Kroger. Again, it's a wonderful, wonderful event. And then when the families come in and you see, our football players interacting with these little ones and talking to them and setting an example too of this is what you can do when you work hard. You can come to a place like the University of Miami. If I did it, you can do it too. And I think that was one of the things that some of the parents that I spoke with said, this is just an aspirational moment for these kids to see, I can do this too. I can be a football player at the University of Miami. I can be a student at the University of Miami. So it was a really, really special day. Kudos to our Student Athlete Development Office, which does an incredible job every year engaging all of our student athletes. But this one is very special and very hands-on for our football players.
Absolutely. And I can say this for fact. Our kids are always hands-on. Like whatever the event, no matter the calling, when it involves the community, they are right there. It's not just something to sign their name or a checklist to do. They are always engaged. They are always genuine, and they are always in a giving spirit. Speaking of giving, Christy, thank you for giving us your insight on the Hurricanes, and hopefully we come back from Boston College with a nice big W. I always say there's winning, and then there's winning on the road. That flight back is always better on the road. For Christy Chirinos, I am Josh Darrow. This has been another edition of Cover 2 as the Canes head to Boston College to finish the regular season.